Okay, so across the course, this is what the boats look like. There's Tucker and Jack on the right, and Marley and Katie just tacked there onto starboard. There go Dane and Newt, and that's their windward mark right in front of those two. And then Jonathan and Soren are over here, and we've seen over the course of this race the right fill in a little bit more. There's nice pressure over on the right, and before the race I measured about a 30-degree difference in angle that was a right shift up the course. So I think that the right's gonna pay off here. These guys are doing an awesome job of keeping the boat stable. I really like how Jonathan gets his shoulders back when the puff comes on. Okay, so they need to work on the smoothness of that transition to both feet on the rail. Setup looks good. They could maybe be trimming a little less hard at points on the main, just letting it twist off a little bit more. We got a battle going on. Let's go check out Tucker and Jack. Alright, so these guys are looking nice and stable too. There's that nice transition from the mast to the rail. Everybody needs to work on getting in the boat faster though. They've got the rudder up, which is interesting. I don't really like that, but to each his own. Nice jib trim there. Really nice jib trim. You can see that it's just at the spreader tip. That's a nice average trim. And I liked that Soren was trimming a little outside of his spreader because he hasn't sailed the boat as much, and it will help him get the groove a little bit easier. But this looks really good for these guys. Maybe a touch tight on outhaul. And they need to snug up. I don't even know if they have a downhaul rigged, but they need to snug up the Cunningham. Just to get rid of that extra cloth hanging off to leeward there. Alright, here's the girls. They've been in the lead the whole race. Just tacked to the finish. Looking pretty good. Let's check out what they're doing. Marley looks nice and comfortable on that wire there. They have looked more stable than the other boats all race, and I think that that's the main advantage that they're having. You can see that Marley's playing the main real nicely here. See the range on her leech right there? She goes from not stalled there, and in a minute she'll trim it in. There she goes, trims it in. And now it's stalling, and so she's going to ease it out here in a second. There it goes. And it's just, she's playing the line. There's a little windward heel there, so they can improve on that. I like the jib trim. We can see that the jib trim is very similar to Tucker and Jack's. Right around the spreader tip. Tiny bit outside maybe. They need to work on getting in just like everybody else though. Need to work on those transitions into the boat. They're very smooth, but they're not quite active enough, I think. Doing a really nice job playing that leech. I think that's where a lot of their speed has come from in this race. Katie's nice and far forwards. Like to see that. Having to steer a lot to keep the boat on its feet, which I don't really like. I think that they just needed, that's again needing to do a better job of getting back into the boat. So they need to work on that. Okay, so right here you can really see the difference. Oh, there we go, Newt just got it going. But Newt's been trimmed significantly more than Tucker for most of this leg, and you can really see how it kind of pulls the kite behind the main and the jib, and the leech of the kite just kind of shuts down. Ooh, we got a battle going on here. Oh shoot. So Dane came out on top on that one. That was a nice move there. But they tend to be a little bit slower downwind. Here we can see that they have that kind of tighter trim. That curled look on the leech of the kite. So we want to fix that. Okay, so here's Tucker and Jack, and they're on ley line right now, and the mark is, keep going, it's down there by the red kite. So if they get headed right now, then they just overstood ley line by a lot. And if they get lifted right now, then they lose to these two boats over on the left. So I would say that they got to ley line a little bit too early. Alright, here are the guys. Killing this race. Sailing nice and flat. Probably not sailing tight enough on their main. But now they've got enough pressure that even in the lulls, all Newt has to do is bend his knees and the boat goes back to flat if they get heel to windward. So it's a lot less risky to sail the boat flat or flatter now, and I really like their heel. Doing a really good job. Really communicating well, it looks like, on how much power they have. The only thing, again, that I would say is that Newt can trim the main tighter on average. Like right there, he can give it some more main sheet trim. And they should probably start vanging at this point, which they might be. It looks pretty good to me. Oh geez, rough tack. If we couldn't see into the sun before. Alright, so we can see that these guys are still sailing with a little bit of leeward heel. A little bit jerky on that main sheet, Tucker. Gotta just smooth it out. Everything just needs to be a little smoother. I think that we've really seen the fleet pushing each other today. See, there's bad windward heel. No windward heel. So I think that we're taking it to the next level. There's Marley. Still pretty tuned on that main sheet, just like Tucker. And the girls definitely need some bang. Real twisty on that main. Probably the best boat handling out of any of them. Marley could really hit the wire a lot harder and rip that boat flat though. Just be patient, guys. Real nice. Just be patient.